Peace and love. I'm Lady Ra. I'm just gonna get myself ready because I'm an author and I want to share with you something today. Okay? Oh, this is Jade. Jade is 4.5. He'll be 5 in December. And he's a cool dog. He's a cool little 6-pound Maltese. Got a lot of hair on him right now because, you know, he needs a haircut, and I decided not to cut it at this moment. But anyway, I'm Lady Ra, Rashida Sharif, and I just want to share with you a poem out of my book, Amber Dawn. I have another platform, a shop here. It's called Lady Ra's Book Nook. Okay, Lady Ra's Book Nook. And I would like for you, when you get a moment, to, you know, follow me on that platform because it's a real cool platform. I'll be doing a lot of book nookish type things. Follow me on that platform because it's a real cool platform. I'll be doing a lot of book nookish type things. A lot of book nookish type things on that platform, Lady Ra's Book Nook. Okay, take a couple seconds to go ahead and follow me on that platform. And yeah, so that way when I be doing my book nook type things, you'll be able to check them out first, okay, and check them out in the moment, that live moment, because once I'm done with that, it's done. I don't do a lot of reposting of the clips or anything like that. At least not now, I don't. Maybe one day I will, but at this moment I don't. But yeah, I just want to be able to connect with you at this time, this morning. I don't know what time it is. It's like almost 11 o'clock. I want to just go ahead and connect with you so that way you can see me and I can see you intuitively when you drop me a line to let me know that you tuned in to this little live presentation, because you know, it's something important that I want to share with you. I'm an author, you know, so that means I got a lot to say. And I might inspire you to write a book. I've written 4 books. My first one was Don't Come Down from the China Berry Tree. That's a bunch of short stories, real life type topics, you know, deals with real life type topics. You gotta like go ahead to my website or go to Amazon and look at some of the reviews and, you know, just check. I'll be reading from that as well one day. But anyway, my second book is Somewhere in a Rainbow. My third book is Sweet Tree Color Meditation. Somewhere in a Rainbow is deep. I took a deep dive into myself in terms of what I was going through at that particular time in my life and how I dealt with it, okay? And it was some deep shit that came out. Believe me, you gotta like really, you know, dive into it if you are willing to deal with the language, and not bad language, but just the whole I see somebody saying, accept, okay, I'll do that later. Anyway, it deals with some real therapeutic stuff, you know, stuff that we bury deep within ourselves and think that, you know, we all right, but then all of a sudden something triggers us and all that post-traumatic stress stuff start coming out. That's what that one is all about. But anyway, my next book was Sweet Tree Color Meditation. Sweet Tree Color Meditation is about breathing in nature, the colors of nature, and breathing in colors that are around you to help rejuvenate and revive yourself in the moment, okay? It allows you to use the chakras, for lack of a better way of this saying it. Not just, I don't like to say chakras all the time, I like to say energy centers, because, you know, people say, oh, energy, what kind of energy am I experiencing today? Are you experiencing red, blue, green, yellow, whatever? You know, you don't really hear the languages, oh, what kind of chakra energy am I experiencing today? Because we want to make sure that the language that we use is more universal. We want to reach all populations, all age groups, in terms of when we're talking about breathing in nature or breathing in colors or breathing in that particular energy. All right, so I'm try to be kind of mindful about that. But anyway, today I have Jade with me, and I want to read to you from my 4th book, Amber Dawn. Amber Dawn is a book of poems, not just any kind of poems, okay? Everybody, you know, write poems, but, you know, these poems are haikus, okay? Maybe about 4 poems in here are not haikus. These are all haikus. Haikus are 3 lines, 17-syllable word poems that reaches into your sacral, your second energy center, your second chakra, orange, that sacral energy. And I like to say it's sacred because it is. All of them are sacred, but this is like really sacred because this is where your emotions come from. This is that water, that fluid, that nurturing, that feelings, those emotions, all those feelings, you know, that are there, that's been there from the beginning and beyond, are there. So this book is about that. A soulful collection of sacred poems. So you know I had to dig deep in terms of the energy, and it's very healing. It's very you discover a lot of things about yourself when you read these poems. And the reason you discover so much about yourself when you read them is because on each page you have a poem, and then you have space for you to write a reflection of that particular piece in terms of how it made you feel, what moved you, you know, what are you feeling in that moment. You know, you sit down and you write it out, and you'll be surprised at the things you discover about yourself that's been buried for so long and just comes out, and it's like freeing. It's like freedom, freedom. But anyway, I'm going to read to you this poem. It's about 4 poems in here that are not haikus, and this one is not a haiku. I'm going to read this poem to you, and then I'm going to read to you what I wrote after the book was published and, you know, was in my hands, because, you know, when you publish a book, it take a minute and it don't come right back to you the next day. So reading the poem was like fresh in my mind when I read it. It wasn't like, you know, I had memorized it or anything. So when I read it, when I got the book, I wrote a response that came immediately. This is the poem. Listen to how beautiful you are. Morning sunlight, April's dew, full moon at night, stars so bright. Listen. Here's my reflection in the moment that I was in when I read this poem. I am beautiful. I am the morning sunlight. I am April's dew. I am the full moon at night. Stars so bright. Listen. I am beautiful. Now, here's the good thing about the reflection that I had at that particular time after reading the poem. I wasn't in a good space, you know, at that moment. But when I read that poem, it placed me in a better space, a greater space. You know, I was feeling a little misty, a little, you know, emotional about some things, and you know that you know, that feeling that was beginning or could have overwhelmed me. But when I read this poem, when these books came, when I read this particular poem, I had to say, shit, I am beautiful. I am the morning sunlight, because when I wake my butt up in the morning, I'm the morning sunlight. I'm it, okay? I am April's dew. I don't know if y'all know what dew is, but I'm gonna tell you if you don't, you know. Dew is those little tiny droplets that be on the leaves of plants when you go outside in the morning, and it's not rain, it's just the moisture that comes. I don't know all the scientific jargon, so don't you know, yell at me. Hey, you don't know the science? No, I don't. I know it's dew. It's morning dew. It's those little droplets, and it lets you know that there's life. You know, there's life that's flowing all over the earth, okay? All over the planet Earth, and in particular, in that moment that you're in, all over you. Because that moisture, that awakening, you are the morning dew, okay? That's why I am April's dew. And that's the fullest, because that's when all life begins, that spring, based on where you are geographically, okay? I am the full moon at night. You know how beautiful the full moon is? I had to think about that when I was reading that. I am the full moon at night, stars so bright. And then that last line, listen, I was listening to myself. I had to listen to myself. and tell myself, huh, shit, I am beautiful. I am beautiful, okay? And sometimes you just got to say those things out loud to yourself and take it to another dimension. You just have to write it, okay? So this book, Amber Dawn, is cool. It's real cool. You can go to my website, ladyra.net. That's LADYRA.net. You can also get it from my platform here on TikTok, Lady Ra's Book Nook. Lady Ra's Book Nook. And of course, you know, my publisher, you know, made it so I can put it on Amazon. It's at Amazon, and I think it's at Barnes and Nobles, okay? I don't care where you get it from, but just get it. It's a cool book, okay? And I have, like I said, I have 3 other books. I'm an alternative therapist, I'm an author, and I'm also an artist. I do a lot of stuff. You know, I'm just not in a box. You know, I do things, you know, so I just want to share those things with you. So, yeah, so follow me, follow me, send me a message if you want to. I'll get back with you and communicate with you. Also, don't forget to follow me on Lady Ra's Book Nook, okay? Lady Ra's Book Nook. I appreciate your presence and peace. Okay, Jacob, say peace too. Peace. Oh my goodness, let's do this, Jade. Let's see, baby. There you go.